My name is Sydney Stack. I'm speaking with Stacey Stack, who is my mom. Can you tell me about one of the most difficult moments in your life?
One of the most difficult moments, maybe when my dad died. I was 12 years old and I woke up in the middle of the night because I heard my mom talking, and outside my bedroom door was my dad laying on the floor having a heart attack. And nobody really knew what was going on, and we had to wait for the ambulance to get there. And it was just hard because it was just something you don't ever think you're gonna see or a child should see, is your parent die in front of you. But that's probably one of the most difficult memories because it's something you will never forget, is watching somebody die in front of you, especially a parent.
Can you tell me one of your happiest memories?
Well, I would have to say my children, the birth of my babies. Definitely happy memories. And marrying your dad.
Describe your marriage proposal.
Well, that was when I worked at Bass Pro Shops. So Bass Pro being retail, we were open on Thanksgiving Day. And so I had to work, and I think I worked like 8 to 5. And Dad and I were both graduated already from college. At this point, we have dated 8 years. And I worked all day, and he decided to stay in Springfield rather than go to St. Louis and be with the family. And he told me he would cook dinner. And while I was at work, I received a dozen roses, which I thought, well, that's awfully nice, and just said, sorry you have to work today, looking forward to dinner. And when I got back home, he had a table set and candles lit and a whole Thanksgiving meal prepared. Turkey and potatoes and all the fixings, even down to a pumpkin pie. And after we ate dinner, he was very nervous throughout dinner, so I had an idea something might be going on. But after we ate dinner, he said, just sit and I'll clear the table and get the pie. And he went into the kitchen, clearing the table, and he came back, and he was standing up next to me, and he had this red ribbon sticking out of his pant pocket, and it was probably about 2 feet long. And I said, what is that? He's like, I don't know. Why don't you see what it is? And so I pulled on it, and it pulled out for another about, 4 feet, 5 feet, and at the end was a ring. And at that point, he got down on one knee, and he proposed to me.
Tell me about your prom. What did you wear? Who did you go with? And what was the night like?
Well, I went to both my junior and my senior prom. And my junior prom, I went with just a friend, and his name was Chip Ventimiglia. And I actually had a dress made for me. It was royal blue, and it was strapless, and it was probably halfway between my knees and my ankles. And it was just royal blue taffeta, so it had a little bit of a sheen to it. And he picked me up. I remember him coming to pick me up, and prom was in, I guess, June. We were still in school in June, so it could have been June. But he picked me up in a convertible, and I remember thinking, I've worked this hard on my hair, and I'm going to ride in a convertible. But it was okay, because it was just a good friend, and we were just going with a group of friends. But the high school, and I don't know if Kickapoo does this, but the prom was at a hotel downtown in St. Louis, and they had dinner there. So you ate in the ballroom, and the dance was right there too. So it was all together.
That's the end of the interview. Thank you for listening, and thank you for doing this.